sense. Yeah. All right. Now, coming back to levels, I'm just going to kill that there. Let's see there. 1, 2. I would suggest, you see, again, there's a scale there. Infinity, which is nothing, and then you have 0, and you have 10, plus 10. So generally what you want to aim for is your sliders, anything that you run, look for the 0. That means the signal is very natural, nothing is boosted, cut or anything, it's just going, and very happy. So if your gains is set correctly, and you're on 0, I would run the mains maybe at -5. Just gives you a little bit more give, especially in the setup, because you find yourself very, very quickly running out of headroom or whatever. So mix that maybe at -5, which is just under the 10. It's not, sorry, the 0. So I would say you should be getting a nice signal on that level there. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. So again, you guys can judge where the level is that you guys are familiar with, yeah? Or comfortable with, yeah? 1, 2. So say it is there. Make sure that you don't have everything is flat when you do this kind of thing. You have your high pass filter on, and yeah, about 0. So that'd be a great place to start. So everything will run now in relation. So any monitors and stuff, same thing again there. So I will close that, and maybe open it at about 12 o'clock or whatever, and then tune the amplifiers to be at a comfortable sort of a starting point, just a starting point. I think it's kind of right where we have it now at the moment. 1, 2, 2. I'll give a bit more.
So, Jason,
yeah.
if you would check with the people on stage, wouldn't you? If you're here, so you'd ask them.
Yeah.
You hear yourself well. And,
exactly. Yeah. So from the back, it's a balance between. Look, the vocals are always going to suffer against instruments because the instrument has a volume, and you can put it up. So depending on the band and the group and how comfortable they are, but the thing to watch out for is the vocals is the first thing, because again they might sing soft, but also they don't have a volume. So if the music is too loud, you're just not going to hear them. So there's a balance where the musicians and singers, everybody can play. They feel inspired. It feels good. But it's not intruding on this end so much that is no point in using your speakers, because then the guys on stage have a great time and nobody can join them. So it's just that compromise where everybody, let's just compromise a little bit, we can get a little bit, but it's communication. You might find that everybody is happy, musicians are happy, outside is happy, and that's really the ultimate place where you want to be. Yeah. So when you do a sound check, I would generally just get the singers to sing at the peak of the song, sing out, and then that you can judge where things are going to be, and get a better idea of what to expect. So if they're singing out is too soft, then you know you're going to have to do some settings. Again, you're in the same place. You shouldn't. You should be able to settle the sound quite.
Is it the big difference between you setting up all the sounds with empty room and with room full of people?
Yeah, it would be different, but look, I wouldn't be too caught up with that, because that is a fact, but it's more in bigger rooms, big systems, in big space, where you have where there's a significant difference between empty and full. Okay. At the levels that you're doing here, I wouldn't. You might feel it'd be a good thing, if you have great sound when it's empty, you're going to have even better sound. At worst, you're going to have to do that, and that's why I'm kind of mixing at -5. So when people come in, if you lift it, then you end up kind of with the sound and the levels that you had when you did the.
It's just a matter of volume, like.
Yeah, then it's just volume at that stage. Yeah. Again, trust your ears. Listen to your ears, and let that be. Anything that you need to boost on this side is great. Monitors is something that just, and especially as time goes on, people get more confident and whatever. I'm a musician myself, so I know how it is. You want to be able to play and to function, but it's just you have to know how the singers can cope with that. Not everybody's heavy players, but sometimes people are. And I think it's good if there's a healthy thing of, can you come a little bit down with that instrument or that instrument? In the same way, you have to understand, if you're the sound engineer, especially if you're not a musician, you know, it's don't be telling musicians less or turn them down. You know, the worst thing you can do is somebody playing and you just decide, no, we don't need you, down. You know, it's kind of, I don't know how you feel about that, but you communicate that. You say, listen, can we bring you down a little bit? Any chance you can come down? And that way you keep a good relationship, and everybody respects each other, and the guy playing the piano or the guitar doesn't look at the sound engineer turning me down, you know. So that's a small detail there. All right, so I would say, yeah, at 0, to try and mix there. Now that feels quite hot, but I think also it's because I pushed it to +5. 1, 2, 2, yeah, so around about there. Oh, is that the earphones on still, is it? Your headphones. All right, any questions so far?
What about those?
I don't know.
Oh,
No, I'm just messing. These are the choir microphones. So they run on again into the little stage box there, coming back here, and then they plug in there. Well, right now they are. So this is what other line is it?
So
Output.
there, instead of this for choir
Input,
microphones.
output. Okay. Input. Yeah. So this is a little preamplifier.
Okay.
So what it does, it just gives you. It's similar. It's a very specialized version of this.
Okay.
That's what that is. So it gives you a little bit
Gain
of.
output. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so you have a few things. You see, there's a pad there as well. Pad
Yeah.
20 decibels. So that means at that point you can also reduce things. 48 volts. That is. That's you have different types of microphones. It sends a voltage over your line to power some microphones or your DI box. I'm not sure if that's a passive one or active DI box. But yeah, so your DI boxes, some of them needs to be powered. These ones are condenser microphones. So those little microphones need power to work.
Okay.
And hence the little +45. So you send us electrical signal or voltage over the.
Okay.
What is that there?
Phase reverse.
Phase reverse. Okay, yeah. If you have two microphones, something that you might look at here. It's the second one. They're far away enough. There's a calculation or a theory. Or not a theory. What happens is, can I switch off? I'll switch it off there. Sound is waveforms, so up and down, simplified version. So if you have two exact forms or two opposite ones, the same ones, they cancel out each other. They give a phase effect. So when you flip the phase, it just means it flips the waveform.
Okay.
So the one starts with the up and the other one with the down.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is what. So you get a lot with drums because microphones are so close to